What's happening, y'all, and welcome. This is episode 67 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. I'm your host, Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
Jesus, you got loud as fuck again. What the hell are you doing over there?
I'm not doing anything.
Jesus, you're loud. Anyway.
Happy Halloween. I almost said Thanksgiving. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah, that's like next month. Like, I'm going to need you to get it together.
I got it together.
So anyway, we are here talking Arrowverse, Flareverse, whatever you want to call it. Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, Black Lightning, all that shit. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I went trick-or-treating. I'm finally using this mug that I bought like a month ago.
Are those two things related, or you just wanted to say them?
I just wanted to say them.
Got you. Cool.
How about you, Travis?
I'm alright. I'm a little tired. I want to play Red Dead, but I'm good.
That's cool. Are you farting?
No, I was seeing if I could make you think I was frozen. Anyway.
Oh, no. What was it? Because that's like kind of the face that Luna makes when she's going stinkies. Well, actually, no, it's a lie. Her face is more of just kind of like a kind of face.
Does she look you in the eye when she does it?
Yes. She tries not to, but she does it.
Oh, man. All right. Well, let's get into the show. Where do you want to start?
Let's go in weekly order.
So you're going to start with Supergirl?
Yeah, why not? I may switch it up later.
Okay. Anyway, this week's episode of Supergirl was called
Man of Steel, which gave me hope that Superman was going to show up, but he did not.
They just built you up to knock you down. And as I'm watching this show and I realized Superman wasn't going to show up, it literally popped into my head, Mara's pissed, and it makes me laugh.
I was tight.
Those of you not from New York, tight means she was upset.
Does no one else use tight in other places?
No, that's a New York thing, man. Like that's y'all. That's y'all. We don't say that outside of New York. I just like how y'all call everybody son. We don't do that. That's y'all.
Chill, son. Chill.
Mm-hmm. Now, dead ass made it out of New York, but son did
But
not.
it's still only New York.
It's a New York thing, but it made it out of New York. Like, I've heard people outside of New York use the term dead ass, but yeah, that's still y'all though. I don't use dead ass because that don't make no fucking sense. I know what you mean by it, but whatever. Anyway, let's talk about Supergirl. So they kicked this thing off with this kryptonite contamination that they did last week. DEO detects it like, oh shit, it's everywhere. Supergirl's fucked. We gotta go save her and shit. Like, Jean, go help Supergirl. So Jean finds her and catches her, of course.
In the nick of time.
Oh yeah. Which, considering physics, that probably would have broke her back anyway. But whatever. So this episode was basically the origins of not Captain Liberty, Agent Liberty.
I was gonna say yes, it is.
Yeah, I almost called him Captain Liberty. But anyway, Agent Liberty, and it was like, oh, okay. So we finally see where he got to where he was. And as I'm watching this show, I feel like they were kind of trying to make it seem like, okay, you can see why he got where he was, but at the same time, like, dude, you're a dick.
Right.
Because, like, you start off, understanding
Kinda
and all
like
that, but then it's just like you flip because the dude automatically discharges his spikes, which, by the way, I can kind of see why you would think that's probably not an accident, because he's a grown-ass man, and you think by then they know how to control shooting their spikes off. You know what I mean? Like,
it's kind of like the same way a skunk when they're scared, or like a puffer fish when they get alarmed, they just expand.
Yeah,
right?
but I feel like he's more sentient than a pufferfish.
I tried.
I mean, I know what you mean by that. It just seems like by that age, by him being an adult, he'd have more control over his spikes than that. So, I mean, that's the only thing I'll give him, you know? But outside of that, okay. What the fuck, dude? Like, I don't, it's just like within a span of weeks, like, he went from sympathizing with the aliens to being fully ready to kill them all. And I'm just like, no, you were already a dick. Like, it's really just
right. Like the racist undertones were already in your DNA. It's just now they're coming out.
Exactly. Were there any moments in this that just stood out to you though?
So I feel like we did get an answer about, because I know we've talked about it before, if homeowners insurance covers alien attacks.
It does not.
They don't.
It does not. We found that out.
They finally addressed that, and that was a big thing for me because I know we've asked it several times over the past season, or 2 seasons.
Yeah, we did. We actually did ask that. I forgot about that. Touche to you for bringing that up.
Thank you. Because I was just like, oh, okay, because, you know, it was like, you know, when they were fighting the Daxamites and, you know, John was just fucking up their house and, you know, he was just thinking of taking a second mortgage on the house and then the house caught fire and I was like, well, there went the first mortgage.
Yo, and he just left after their house caught on fire, bro. Like, Jean, what the hell, dude?
He was like, y'all are safe now, and then dipped. And it was like, oh, my house is on fire.
Like, he didn't even just, like, I feel, that's another thing. Like, yo, I feel like Jean's more responsible than that. Why did he just look and say, oh, shit, he shot the house. The house is on fire. Nope, never mind.
Well, they didn't show the flames till after John left, but it was kind of just like, well,
but Jean knew he shot his weapon off into the house.
True.
So, at the same token, this is another moment where I'm just like, Jean, I feel like you should have done better here. Again, this doesn't justify this dude being such a dick, but, like, do better.
Yeah.
Especially since, like, he works for the DEO, so, like, there's not an organization that he can actually, like, you know, that... What's Agent Liberty's actual name? Did you get that? I forgot.
No, but I can... If you talk for a couple of minutes,
yeah, look that up. But yeah, it like so. There's nowhere for him to go to actually, like, you know, bring up his grievances because technically the DEO officially doesn't exist, you know. So he can't bring a complaint to them like, yo, y'all burned down my fucking house.
I was also a little like, you know, you could see how he was getting kind of riled up a little bit in the fact that, you know, it was driving down his dad's company and, you know, so it went from being angry about that to angry about, you know, the aliens and stuff like that.
Well, the thing with his company, like...
Ben Lockwood.
Okay. So Ben. But anyway, the whole thing with his dad's company, though, like, he even brought it up himself. Like, dude, you got to change with the times. Like... You need to adjust your plant to work with that kind of steel. Like, you can survive. And he didn't want to, like, steel made us and blah 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 blah. Like, dude. That's like these people like
now when they're trying to go back to coal.
Yeah, like, dude, we're done with coal. We're done. Move forward.
The environment's done with coal.
Exactly. It's like eventually we'll be done with oil too, but nobody wants to deal with that.
No, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. But anyway, moving forward. Ben is a dick, but
I'm listening.
No, I'm just
trying to get your train of thought.
Yeah. So he ends up getting suspended from the university because of all his anti-alien shit.
Oh, I thought he got fired.
Well, he gets suspended at first, and then they just don't let him come back.
Oh, okay. Because I was just like, I took that as he got fired.
He said he was suspended without pay, and they just never brought him back.
Which is pretty much what they did to Barry.
Except
but it was even crazy that, when he ran into the dean again, and, she was like, you know what, but, you were a little bit right about those things. And I was just like, oh, God. I was like, gaslighting.
What do they have in common, Mara?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to do it, but, Greg Berlanti has a good way of making these things mirror current problems.
It is funny because when he was doing his lectures and bringing up, outsiders coming in and basically taking over society and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah. What I need you to do is go back a little bit further.
Right, because you guys did the same fucking thing.
Just go back a little bit further. Yeah, you okay with that though, right? Right.
And
right?
And the student even tried to call him out on that. She was like, but you guys came here too.
Yeah. Well, she brought up the whole everybody's an immigrant thing.
Right, because everyone is an immigrant.
It is, but she just needed to go back a little bit further and call out the whole colonization thing, because it's just like, yo, you're on stolen land, bruh. Like
everywhere they go is stolen land.
Yeah. So anyway, anything else with this episode though? Because this was mostly about him becoming, being revealed as the bigot that he is.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. Nothing else. It's just kind of like, I like Sam Witwer as an actor because I follow all his stuff. As I told you before, he played, the human cloaking of Doomsday in Smallville, and he was in that other show that I like so much. So it's kind of like, it's hard watching him be a bigot, but that also means he's really good at what he does.
Yeah, he looked really familiar, so I've seen him in other stuff before.
Yeah, he was in something else. I just can't think of what it was.
I'm sure he was in several other things. But anyway, Supergirl's dying, and they end up putting her in this suit to protect her from the little kryptonite contamination and shit.
Yeah, because if they take her anywhere else, she gonna die.
Yeah, so they put that suit on her. We saw some clips in the trailer for next week. She's just wearing that shit so she can do a Supergirl thing.
Hey, what can you do?
Yeah. Anything else with Supergirl though?
Nope. I will say, even though the episodes are a little slow and a little draggy, but not really, in a sense, they're not anything groundbreaking and gripping. I like how it's kind of building in a little bit, where I look forward to the next Sunday, and I feel like it's good that they're doing that because it's on a Sunday, so it's kind of just you don't always look forward to a Sunday show, but now they have me okay, go on. What you gonna do next week? Damn, now I gotta wait 6 days for you to come back. It's like that, and I think that they're doing it well since they've moved it to Sunday.
I can feel it. Where you want to go next?
Let's go to the end of the week. Black Lightning. I'm doing this to you.
Name of this Black Lightning episode was what?
It was The Book of Consequences, Chapter 4, Translucent Freak.
Let's talk about that for a second, because I don't think that Tobias knows what translucent means.
Isn't that mean reflective or something?
That means some light passes through it. It's translucent is like if you put milk in a glass and you shine a flashlight into it. It kind of lights up. It doesn't really just shine straight through like if it was water.
Got you.
So he was just
allowing light but not detailed images.
Exactly. So he's talking about that whole it means you can see right through me. No, that's not what that means. That's not what that means at all. That's transparent, bro. So somebody should have called Tobias out on his lack of vocabulary knowledge. But nobody did.
I mean, homeboy is old as fuck. You'd think he would know these things.
You would think. But he don't. But anyway.
I have one question about Tobias.
What's your question?
Has anyone addressed why he doesn't age?
I mean, they asked, but he didn't give them an answer.
Okay.
He said some shit like, yeah, well, I eat vegan, and all that kind of shit. He was just bullshitting them.
I'd rather him just say black don't crack.
Yeah, he could, but, he had to throw in his whole, line about, where he beats down black people, so.
I guess.
People are like, yeah, I'm vegan now, so, I cut out the fried chicken and Kool-Aid and blah, 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 blah. Nigga, fuck you. Fried chicken is delicious.
It is.
But
let's get into it.
Yeah, this episode kicks off with Jennifer working through her shit with I don't even know her name in this show, but she's Max from Living Single. So
it is. I have the name Purina.
Yeah, I'm gonna call her Max from Living Single because
that's fine.
So we find out Tobias basically let himself get caught. Because I remember when he first got arrested, I'm like, yo, how did they find him? Like, what?
Because it was too easy.
Yeah,
of course he did.
It came out of nowhere. It was just like he set them up to arrest him so he can exonerate himself. Okay, now I get it. Because when they found him, like, how the fuck did you know where he was? Like,
he didn't look surprised. He just looked like shit.
Mm-hmm. He just, hey, they're here. All right.
Like, shit, let me pretend to be upset.
Mm-hmm. So,
because even we addressed it last week, I was like, they caught him so easy. Like, there's got to be part of his grand master plan, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah. We also got Gabby with the vice principal. I don't know.
She
her
did.
name. Yeah, she did now.
It is Kara or some stuff. Yeah, Kara, whatever.
Her, but
however, the ARA is supposed to be pronounced that A sound.
Says another ARA.
Because I go through this. Is it Mara or Mara? Mora. There's so many different ways.
So anybody ever call you Moira?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've gotten Maya though.
They didn't really read your name then. They just saw
They said, did you say Maya? No, that's not what I said.
They saw the M and they saw the A and they were like, I'll just go with Maya because I don't read too good. Let's see. So we get a glimpse of life at the high school now that Jefferson is no longer the principal because these two kids got into a fight. He broke the fight up. All was well. But here comes this new principal. Principal Fuckwad. I don't even know what his real name is. I don't care. He's Principal Fuckwad to me.
Lowry, like the seasoning.
Mike Lowry. But anyway, he comes out and suspends one kid but expels the other one because they got into a fight. And Jeff had already shut the shit down. Like, it's over. They squashed the beef. We cool. But no.
Prince had to come put his dick on the table in a very polite manner.
Yeah, he had to come in and show off his little white dick. But he couldn't, Sorry, I didn't mean that. I did, but still. He ain't have to do that shit. So he deserves me to call his dick little. Anyway. He suspends one, expels the other one. I told you that. Has a little confrontation in the office with Jeff, and he's like, yo, I'm here basically to cover your shit.
And you can leave, if you want,
But then he was like, no, you're here to cover the board shit. I'm like, I'd have been like, okay, I'll go talk to the board then, because you're here because of them. So, why doesn't he do that?
I don't know. But Jefferson's trying to get Garfield back now at this point anyway, so whatever.
Anyway, let's see. We got Jennifer still accidentally zapping her computer and shit.
I need Jennifer to realize that this shit ain't cheap. Your parents ain't made of money. Your dad's not the principal no more.
Well, she's not doing it on purpose. She
I know,
just.
but I need her to get a handle on that shit.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you.
She out here zapping phones, zapping parents, zapping computers.
I still need an answer. Like, dude, like when you zap your mama by accident, do you still get a whooping for that? Like, is it the same as talking back?
I don't think so, because I think the parent at that point is kind of just like, you know what? I'm gonna deal with you later.
Speaking of Jennifer, when they told her like, "Yo, we gonna homeschool you," her reaction to that just seemed very irrational. Like, you want to show up and like accidentally blow up the computer lab? Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't control your shit, so you just stay your ass at home.
Like, why do you want to keep going to school at the risk of you glowing in class or you zapping a student?
You accidentally like start glowing yellow in the middle of geometry, and like everybody start looking at you crazy. And they're like, "Yo, what's up with your family?" They start looking into your family. They find out your sister is super strong when she breathes heavy. They find out your daddy like zapping people with electricity all the time and shit, and everybody's fucked.
Pretty much. That's pretty much how that goes.
Yeah. So you stay your ass at home till you can get your shit under control.
And then, maybe then, we will think about letting you go to public college.
Maybe. Because who says you won't get an attitude when you see whatever dude you dating walking across campus with some other girl you don't like. They're like, what the fuck you doing with that bitch? And then you go zapping them and shit. We ain't got time for that. You don't have control of your shit. So you stay your ass at home until you do.
Pretty much. That's how that goes.
So anyway.
Anissa is also moving out. Anissa.
Yeah, she moved out because, she had a disagreement with Jeffy. Like, he hit her with that whole my house, my rules. She was like, all right, bye.
He's like, I'm like 20-something. I can go anywhere where I want.
Yeah, like, I can just leave. I'm here to save money. Fuck it. I'll go hang out with Uncle Gamby. And he's all like, I got to tell your parents you're here. All right. Grown. Anyway. So, we got
back
this.
To Tobias.
Yeah, we got this mention of him having this face and body recognition technology. And when he said that, I'm like, why the fuck weren't you using that before? And he's like, yeah, I need to know who he is. But I'm like, if you had this shit before, why weren't you already using it? What are you doing with your life? Do better. You're a fucking idiot.
We never said these characters were smart.
As my ism Veronica says, like old mole rat looking ass nigga. Cause she said it like, oh, he do look like a naked mole rat. But
I'm never gonna unsee that now, thanks.
I know. Once she said it, I couldn't unsee it. I just saw the naked mole rat from Kim Possible.
Rufus.
Rufus was his name. Yeah. Ron Stopper was guinea pig or mole rat. Yeah.
Naked mole rat.
Yeah. Let's see.
But Tobias is free now.
Tobias is free, and Jennifer went back to Khalil.
Like an idiot.
And that's why your ass staying at home, because you're a fucking idiot.
You're all idiots.
Yeah. It's like what I used to say, I tell my nephews and nieces this all the time. Like, you're a teenager, and therefore you're stupid. Like, that doesn't mean that all teenagers aren't stupid. Like, yes, every teenager is stupid.
Up to you to survive to become less stupid.
Yeah. You're 16, and therefore you're stupid. And I say that to them, and they get upset. I'm like, that's fine. You can get upset, but it's still true. You're stupid. Like, well, you were 16 when you were stupid. Like, yes, I was fucking stupid. And now you're 16, and you're stupid. Accept it. Or not. I'll keep telling you. Anything else with Black Lightning, though?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, we got to move along here. Where you want to go next?
Let's go to Legends.
All right. This episode of Legends was called what?
I have it. Witch Hunt.
So, the fairy godmother.
She was Cinderella's old fairy godmother.
Yeah. I don't know. I was less entertained by her than I was by a unicorn. Because it took the whole idea of the unicorn and flipped it on its head. It turned all evil looking and shit and bit off Gary's nipple. You know? It was just, the fairy godmother was just like, I just want attention. Like, that's really what that seemed like to me. You have other thoughts?
No, at first I thought, like, I was like, is she supposed to be Glenda the Good Witch? And then I realized, no, she's Cinderella's old fairy godmother because she made that bit about the glass slipper.
Yeah. Which, if you really do think about it, why the fuck would you want shoes made out of glass? That's dumb. And in the story, it doesn't say that Cinderella asked for him, but, clearly, according to this fairy godmother, she did ask for him. But yeah, witch trials going on and shit. I don't know. Did anything really stand out for you in this episode besides the whole Nate's father with the bureau thing?
A little bit. I had one question this entire episode.
Ask away.
Why does dancing naked in the woods constitute you as a witch?
Because it's 17th century Salem, so any woman doing anything that's freeing means she's a witch.
Okay. And then, why did anyone just ask her why she was out in the woods dancing naked?
Because
not that there's anything wrong with it, but why not just ask?
Because she's a woman in 17th century Salem, so anything you do that constitutes any freedom as a woman means you're a witch.
Okay. This whole episode,
she's guilty of the crime of having a vagina.
A crime that has not stopped being a crime, even in 2018.
I didn't say it. You did.
I did. Let's talk about Z for a moment.
About who?
Z. I don't know her full name.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And she's becoming the Felicity of this show.
Yeah.
Just annoying as fuck.
Like, nigga, chill.
She's making, like, she made this whole episode really personal, and I understood it, but it's like, damn, bitch, like, you really took to a point where almost you got burned at the stake. Like,
yeah, I know.
And she got her totem burnt, like, her totem melted. Except for, like, the stone.
Except the actual totem. She got the housing of it melted, but the totem itself is still good.
Yeah.
She almost lost it though.
Right. So it's just kind of like she's got really frustrated with me. It was kind of just like, we just sat here and told you, and you were talking about last week how you can't change the past, but yet here you are trying to change the past to save this little girl's mother.
Yeah, but that's the Legends in general. We can't alter alter history as they alter history. It's just, they do it all the time.
And so I also have another question. Is Haywood, I forget, Nick Zano or whatever his name, I think that's his name. Probably the wrong actor I'm thinking of. But is Haywood supposed to be like a limited character this season instead of a season regular? Because now that he's at the Bureau?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the Bureau was all over last season too. I don't think that's really going to make a difference.
Okay. It's just a question.
Oh, I hear you. I don't remember reading anything about that or anything.
Okay. Nothing really happened, but we did find out that the fairy godmother knew who's coming for Constantine, and she was just like, child, you fucked.
Yeah, you sweet summer child. Yeah.
You are screwed.
Yeah. Was that it? That's all you want to talk about from Legends?
And the Bureau got a $4.2 billion budget, so that's lit.
Yeah. They were like, hey, I'm your son. Look at this. Pig turned into a human. Look at this. I can turn into steel. All right, roll out the dough.
He was like, "How much money do you need?" $4.2 billion. Got it.
Yeah. Cool. But where you want to go next then?
Let's go with. I feel like we always come down to these two at the end, and I feel like I always get stuck on which one to go with
They're
first.
always the main event of the week, usually.
Let's go with The Flash.
All right, let's talk about The Flash then. What was the name of this episode?
It was called Newsflash.
How appropriate.
Which is a term that I've used a lot during this past weekend.
Is that so? So, this kicks off with a flashback to the enlightening. DeVoe in the middle of his shit. And this girl was getting everything recorded on her phone, and we find out.
Because 2018, that's what we do.
Yeah. Spencer Young is her name.
Spencer Stupid. Stupid Young. That's what I'm going to call her, Stupid Young.
Is she really stupid, though?
The world looks like it's ending. I'm going to record this.
Yeah, because if she survives, she's famous. I get it. It is stupid, but I get it.
Stupid Young. And it's not even like more of like her intelligence. It's like only stupid young people do that. And I mean, like, when I say stupid, I mean like really young.
I hear you.
Like don't know no better young.
I hear
like
you.
The New York way of saying stupid.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. It worked. But anyway, through a series of other events, we find out she's not a meta. Her phone is a meta. She got a meta phone.
I like how they did this. It was kind of just like, oh shit. So instead of creating meta humans, we're creating meta technology now.
Yeah. And I kind of realized that once she started using her phone all the time, and I remembered how she looked at her phone at the beginning of the show. I'm like, oh, her phone is what has the power, not her.
To be honest, in the beginning, when I saw, like, when it showed the technology on her phone, or showed that her phone was doing something, I thought she was sucked into her phone or something, to be frank.
I didn't think that, but I thought something was going on with her phone. I didn't realize it until I saw her do the thing where she, like, put the headline on the outside of the building and made the Flash run to Vegas. I'm like, her phone is what's doing this. It's not her. But yeah. Let's see.
Let's go back from the beginning. Let's talk about when we go to the breakfast scene. And I thought we were still following Spencer here. Turns out we were following Iris, who can't cook in either time period of her life.
Lumpy pancakes, and Nora took pictures like, just proof that you make lumpy pancakes in every time. So
and it was like, this isn't the first time you've tried this then.
Yeah.
Or it's not the last time you've tried it.
And as they eat the pancakes, you hear the crunch.
It shouldn't be that crunchy. Like, I like me like a nice, good, crispy piece of bacon, but not that crispy.
The pancakes should not crunch like that, though. They were eating pancakes. They had bacon on the plate. That crunch happened as they were biting into the pancakes, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she tried to make the pancakes in the shape of a lightning bolt. Failed miserably. Let's see.
She tried it.
Yeah.
I'll give her that. She tried it.
We also had a moment of her being all weird because Barry got Nora a phone.
It was a typical parent argument. Like when one parent gets the kid a phone and it's like, we didn't discuss this part yet. And then it was like, oh, you already gave your number out. And it's like, yeah, just a couple people.
But it was literally just the people within the circle, though. Like,
yeah.
She don't have no other friends.
This is true. It's just funny because it was like a typical argument between parents when one doesn't agree when the kid gets a phone.
But it kind of, even though she's an adult, it makes logical sense for her to have a phone.
Well, yeah, it's just kind of like because I understand it because Barry and Iris are going through parental things when Nora's already an adult, but they're still going through these things.
It's so weird because like you don't really have to go through this. She's grown. Like it's just doesn't really matter. She needs to be able to communicate with the rest of the team. I got her a phone. So Cisco's not around because he's, off recovering because he just got his ass whooped.
We thought he died last week.
Yeah, he almost did. Can we talk about this moment of sass between Nora and Iris at the game when she was talking about Spencer Young's blog? She's like, well, she has twice as many followers as you. I'm like, you didn't get whooped enough.
Because we found that. Well, I mean, later on, we could talk about that later. We find out that,
Go ahead.
That Iris gave her the ultimate whooping. So
yeah, it took her powers away. Yeah, but I'm sure we'll find out later on exactly why she did it.
You didn't see that.
Whatever. But like I said, I'm sure we'll get more information as to why she ended up doing it. I don't think it's as simple as we think it is. Because my initial thought is because Barry ended up dissing.
Went missing.
Yeah, he went missing and all that kind of stuff, and she thinks it has something to do with his speed, so she took Nora's speed away. I think like that's the logical reason why she would do it, but I think there's more to it.
I think it also could be like out of anger, I lost my husband to this shit. I'm not losing my daughter too.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to believe it's deeper than that. Like I want to believe there's a reason behind it other than that, because other than just pure emotional reason. You know what I mean?
You want like a logical, scientific reason?
Logical or just something that's concrete other than her just like, I don't like this because of what happened with Barry.
But because it's Iris, I don't see any reason other outside of that.
We'll see. So we end up finding out through some things because Dibney was like, yo, we need to look into this mask with his cicada. Apparently he has some kind of lung issues because of the night of the enlightening. So his lungs is fucked up, and he found a little lightning bolt thing, his little weapon, that are both meta.
So it's the bolt thing that he's stabbing everyone with. That's the meta thing, right?
And him.
Oh, okay.
That's why
he's double meta.
Yeah, because they showed at the end of the episode like him opening up his shirt and seeing like his chest was all like fucked up and shit and glowing and shit.
Yeah. Homeboy is in bad shape. He's in rough shape.
He can't breathe. That's why he's wearing the mask all the time. But he has super strength. He just can't breathe.
I think he just discovered that super strength, so I'm not even going to say he has super strength. He just discovered it.
I think that was a flashback.
Oh, I thought that was happening in present time.
Yeah, I think that was a flashback. They weren't super clear about that, but I think that was a flashback because when they show him in present time, he's using the super strength on the rest of them,
Oh, this is true.
So I think he already knew about it. I think that's a flashback.
I'll give you that then.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, anything else for this episode? I mean, we can talk about Spencer flirting with Nora.
Which is also that was the thing. I was like, does Nora like girls?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm assuming that she is because she was responding to the flirting, so I think so. And Iris was basically telling her like, "Yo, stay away from her."
It's okay if you do.
Yeah, she just ain't shit. Like, but yeah. Anything else with this episode though?
No, that was it. I think the biggest part is really just about is really just about Iris and Nora.
Yeah, and why she put the inhibitor in her and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then.
And on to the main event.
Let's get ready to rumble.
That's what they did in this episode.
They certainly
fucking
did.
rumbled.
They certainly did. What was the name of this episode of Arrow?
The name of this episode was Crossing Lines. Because Oliver crossed the line.
Did he? Did he really cross the line, though? Because he didn't kill anybody. He just, caused a ruckus and cut a few people.
Stabbed a few guards. Nothing big.
Yeah, but nothing fatal. He just, drew a little blood. But he had to get there.
He got pushed, and he was just like, fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Have you heard that song?
Yes. I've also seen the stick figure dancing with it, too.
That's my ringtone. But, it's a ringtone for a certain friend in my phone. My ringtone is the Hell No song.
The Hell No song?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. You know that one?
No.
Oh, I'll have to send you that shit.
Yes.
But anyway. We're talking about Arrow right now. Not my ringtones.
Yeah. So pretty much, isn't this is following up with Felicity telling Agent Watson, yo, bitch, you gonna hold up your end of the deal because you've imploded my whole life.
Basically. But she was like, eventually, all right, cool.
Right.
And for us, let's just take a moment because Agent Watson can get it.
It doesn't surprise me at all that you say that.
Why does that not surprise you?
Agent Watson's not a bad-looking lady.
She's not. And it's really and I didn't realize this until recently, till Steph told me. It's the hair.
Go on.
It's the hair. The hair gets me every time.
Yeah.
Think about it.
You or just what's her face? Misty, is it from?
Yup.
From Luke Cage.
Yep. Mm-hmm. There's another one. Think about it.
Missandei.
Yeah. Told you. It's the hair. It gets me every time.
So you like natural hair?
I didn't realize it until Steph brought it up. I'm like, you're right.
Natural hair is the shit, dude.
Yeah. I love it.
Natural hair is a great thing.
It is. So, what stood out in this episode to you, though?
I mean, before the brawl?
We'll talk about Samson and Oliver getting it on, because, he
I want to know what the fuck Diaz is up to.
He just gave himself super strength. What you mean, was he up to?
That's what I was thinking. Okay, because I was just like, did he just inject himself with blood? And then I was like, excuse me, was that superhuman blood?
Yeah, he probably found CDC probably had meta blood, and he was like, yo, if I inject myself with the meta blood, I have meta strength, and he gave himself super strength. Because yo, I got to deal with motherfuckers over here who whoop ass all the time. So I'm. But
when I say what is he up to? I mean, what is his end game here?
Oh, who the fuck knows?
That's what I'm saying. What is his end game here? What is gonna make Diaz settle the fuck down?
Oh, he has no chill. There is no Diaz settling down. My question is, though, the longbow hunters are supposed to be the most dangerous and deadly assassins in the world, right? Why do they have so much trouble with Team Arrow?
I don't know.
Because for some reason, like, they can't take out Renee.
Renee or just a regular FBI agent lady.
Yeah, like, why are they having trouble with them? But you're the most deadly assassins in the world? Come on now. That's my only issue with this story, is the longbow hunters not being as dangerous as they're supposed to be. They should be at the point where, like, nobody needs to fuck with them. Like, they need to have, like, their first encounter with them, somebody should have died.
I thought Agent Watson was going to kick the bucket, to be honest. I
would have shared a single thug tear for Agent Watson.
I know you would have. And I would have felt bad because I was like, I hate when people die when they're teaming up with Arrow, because it's probably not the first time it would have happened.
They weren't teaming up with Arrow. She was teaming up with Felicity. Felicity got her caught.
But you know what I'm saying.
I know what you mean. I know what you meant.
I thought Homegirl was gonna her ticket was about to get punched.
Oh, I hear you.
But she didn't. She just got fired. Well, she didn't get fired. She got transferred.
Yeah.
And probably demoted.
I feel like she'll be back though.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow, some way, she ended up joining Team Arrow.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I'm sure you would. Can I just say one other thing?
You can say a lot of things. What you want to say?
When the fuck did John's son daughter get so big?
Why you say son daughter? It's a son now.
Because no, it's a son daughter.
His Flashpoint son is okay.
Son daughter son, however you want to say it.
Listen. Do not confuse his gender identity. All right.
With what he originally was.
Yes. As far as he's concerned, he was originally a son. Whatever. His chromosomes say XY. All right.
Whatever. When did that kid get so big?
I don't know. My thing is, John trying to interrogate him clearly doesn't work. He don't have the dad voice. He need to work on that shit.
John need to work on his interrogation skills then. If he can't intimidate what looks like maybe a 5 or 7-year-old.
Well, the difference there is, they intimidating a child that young, you got to know the proper tactics. And the thing is, with children that young, you got to use the dad voice. And he don't have the dad voice. That's the problem. He got to learn the dad voice.
But Lila got him to give in within 3 seconds.
Well, she cheated. She did the mama's boy thing, and that's not fair.
Is it though? Isn't it though?
It's not. It's not. Because my mother gets me like that all the fucking time. And afterwards, I'm like, fuck. There's certain things, like growing up, I'll even say it as, whatever, mama's boy myself. I could give 2 shits if my dad was mad at me. Because in my head, he was always mad at me. I always was doing something to make him mad. I didn't care anymore.
There was no making this man happy.
It wasn't even that. It was because I knew I was fucking up. So it was just like, I just knew he'd be mad at me, and I just accepted it. Because he was always mad at me. But my mother being mad at me
broke your heart.
That shit hurt. And I don't know why, but it's facts. My mother being mad at me hurts, and I don't want it. No matter what happens, I do not want my mother mad at me. I will do anything to keep my mother from being mad at me.
I get that.
I would do anything to keep my father from whooping my ass, and I'd do anything to keep my mother from being mad at me. Because the thing is, my dad was just like one of those things like, yeah, he's always mad at me, but is he going to whoop my ass, though? I'm not going to get whooped for this. He'll just be mad. Okay, it's cool. My mom is like, oh, shit, I'm upsetting her. No, don't do that. All right, I won't do that no more. It hurts my soul.
Because if your mom's mad, at some level she's crying.
There was one time, I don't even remember what I did. But she was just like, yo, I'm not even like, I'm too hurt for this, and walks away. And I just went to my room and just sat down and just pouted like, damn.
My grandma Jo was telling me about the one time my Uncle Don was trying to help her with laundry.
Mm-hmm.
And so you figure, like, my Uncle Don's like in his early 50s. So let's just go back to let's go back 40 years maybe. And she had all the clothes in like a wash bin, rinsing, soaking in water. And he goes and he dumps like a whole thing of soap in there. Actually, she already washed it, so she had to wash them again to then let them sit and soak again for another amount of hours. And she looked, and he was like, "Look, I helped." Or no, this is before. So she starts she's like ready to cry at this point because she did all that work to wash those clothes. And he's like, "But Mom, I helped." And she goes, "Yeah, you're gonna help me right into the crazy house."
Oh man! Speaking of grandmothers, this is off the subject. We're gonna talk about this for a second though, because I remember my sister and I were at my grandmother's house in Louisiana. She's passed since this day, but she was telling us a story about her shooting at my grandfather with a rifle.
If your grandma ain't shoot at your grandpa at some point in your life, does she even really love him?
Like several times, because he did something with his check. Like he drank all the money from the check, or he gambled it, or something like that. And she's shooting at him. And my great grandmother, big grandma, was shooting at him. Was telling her like, you can't shoot at him. And my mama was like, I'm gonna kill him. And she keeps shooting at him. Like, yo, what the fuck? Why is it okay for you to be shooting at him? As I hear other stories about like my Uncle Wesley shooting at somebody else as they shooting at him, and him running into my parents' house to run away from this dude that's shooting at him. I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with you Louisiana folks shooting at each other all the time? What the fuck
Louisiana. Isn't Louisiana open carry state?
Probably.
Or a stand your ground state?
It's Louisiana. Like, there's no laws there. It's like Mexico. But it's just, like, they just do whatever the fuck they want. And I'm just like, why is everybody shooting at everybody in these stories?
Because it's down south.
Like, I hear so many stories about my family, my Louisiana family, and it involves somebody shooting at somebody all the time. Only once somebody ended up actually dead, though. We're not going to talk about that, though. That was my uncle. But,
oh, boy.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. What else happened in this episode, though? Oliver got himself put down in level 2 because, he needed to go talk to the demon.
I was going to say one more thing about Diaz.
What's up?
Diaz has a very classic villain lair with the big fan behind him in the dark. Just a very isolated villain.
I mean, if you don't have a good lair, are you really a good villain?
This is true.
I mean, I kind of want a villain lair without even being a villain. Like, I need like a chair that I can turn around in, like behind the desk and shit, with a cat.
Can it be a bald cat? Can it be one of the Sphinx cats?
It can be. I don't even like cats, but I want that. Like
that's like prime evil cat.
Like, I hate cats, like with a passion. They creep me out, but I'd want a cat for that situation.
Well, if you think cats creep you out, a Sphinx cat will really creep you out. Because they're just naked.
Like, I despise cats. I automatically swipe left on Tinder if anybody has a cat in their pictures.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to level 2. Well, actually, let's go to this Fight Club that we're not going to call Fight Club, even though...
No, we're not going to call it Fight Club because you don't talk about Fight Club. That's the first rule about Fight Club.
Exactly, especially prison Fight Club. As soon as he realized what he walked into, the first thing I thought, I was like, Ollie, you just got shivved. LMAO, what you doing, boo?
Won't be the first time.
It wouldn't be. But, like, I was sitting here narrating the whole thing. Like, the dude hit Oliver, and then, like, where he got shivved, saw he was bleeding, and, like, Oliver's face gave, like, you made me bleed my own blood face. And literally just went into straight, I'm gonna whoop your ass mode.
Yeah, throughout the whole thing, because Samson being played by Cody Rhodes, a wrestler, The whole
Is that
time,
who that was?
yeah. Throughout
Yeah.
this whole thing, I'm hearing good old JR's voice calling this whole fight. So it was just, good God Almighty, that killed him. The whole just different shits happen. I'm just like, I was just imagining JR calling this fight, and it made me so happy.
And then he broke both arms. He broke
Yes.
dude's both arms.
Yes.
I know, right, Luna?
Exactly.
That was crazy. Don't
He
put
broke
that
an arm, and he didn't give yield. He's like, never. All right, I'll break your other arm then. Fuck you. And he broke the other arm.
I think I flinched when he broke the second one.
No,
Because he broke the first one, and that's a swordfish. Sorry, my kid just threatened me with a swordfish.
It happens.
Whatever the fuck. So like he broke the first arm, and I felt like it was so subtle. Like I heard the bones crack, and I was like, oh shit. And then he was telling him to yield, and I was like, dude, yield. Like he just broke one of your arms. Like you can't do any. You have one good working arm right now. Like how are you gonna make it through prison without the other arm? And then he's like, nah. He pretty much was like, fuck you. I'm not doing that. And then he broke the other arm, and I was like, bro, what are you going to do for the rest of the time that your arms are broken? You can't carry no food trays. You can't do shit. You can't even wipe your own ass right now. Both your arms are broken. Both of them. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking about how is he going to function while his arms are broken? Like, you really just have to sit in an infirmary.
He hard-headed, man. He hard-headed.
I'm just sitting thinking, like, the only option he has that would be, like, his best option would be sitting in the infirmary and hoping that someone in there will wipe his ass.
Basically. There's a question that I've asked, like, everybody I've dated, I've asked them this. And some other people. Like, if I was in an accident and lost both of my arms, would you pick my nose for me? And this reminds me, like, yo, who's going to pick your nose? And then you can take it a step further, because, like, yo, if you really love me, though, would you wipe my ass for me? You wouldn't wipe my ass for me, Mar? Like if I lost both my arms and we were somehow in the same city, you wouldn't wipe my ass for me?
No.
Damn.
I would hire an attendant to do it for you, though.
I see where your loyalties are. That's fine. That's fine.
I don't like wiping this child's ass when she poops. Think I want to wipe a grown man butt?
I didn't ask you if you would like it. I asked if you would do it.
No, I do it because I don't want her getting diaper rash. If I can afford an attendant for you.
So you okay if I get diaper rash?
You can handle it better than she can.
How you know? I don't remember having diaper rash ever in my life.
You're an adult. That's how I know.
I don't know what would happen if I got diaper rash.
Know that I would spend money for someone to wipe your butt.
Whatever. I'll have Matt do it. He'll do it for me.
He'll do it, and he'll still give you Taco Bell to continue to blow your ass up, right?
He sure would.
That would be my first thing right there. I wouldn't give you Taco Bell anymore.
Yeah, whatever. I call Matt, then that's definitely what I would do then.
We would nip those Taco Bell shits in the bud right there.
Yeah. See. That's why I need Matt. Oh, man.
No!
Anything else?
What are you doing?
Oh, shit. Luna's fucking up. I don't know what she did. Luna's on some other shit, though.
Someone take that from her.
Oh, shit. She got something she ain't supposed to have.
She has my makeup, and she was over here putting the brush in the powder.
Let the record show.
Wiping on her face.
Let the record show Luna had the makeup. It wasn't Travis. She tried to blame me for that earlier. You all didn't see that. That was before the show started. But
No. I still can't find my makeup bag, so the jury is still out on whether you have my makeup bag. She just has one of my palettes.
Look at her. Still blaming the black man.
You said you came in here and took it because you were looking for my highlighter.
You focusing on the wrong details.
Oh. Am I really?
Anything else with Arrow, though?
Demons in level too, so that's where Arrow is now.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're about to lobotomy the fuck out of him.
Yeah. We didn't get any flash forwards this episode with
Good.
future William and Roy.
Don't need them.
Why not? You don't want to know what's going on there?
I mean, yes, now that they started them, now I want to know. I wish they just hadn't started them to begin with. Because right now they don't make any sense to me, but I'm pretty sure at some point,
telling you,
at like episode 8, they'll make sense.
I'm telling you. Current time Green Arrow is future William. And somehow he went back in time. And the time issues in Flash are somehow Oliver's fault. Like, I'm fully prepared to blame Oliver for everything that's going wrong in the entire Arrowverse.
Thank you.
Anything else with Arrow, though?
Nah, that's it.
Okay. Well,
Ask
then,
your question.
what's up?
Hi. Who's winning? Who's losing?
I mean, I was going to ask you that, but I was making sure you didn't have anything else first.
That was what I was saying. I was like, can I ask you a question?
I mean, that's the question I ask you, though.
I know.
You don't get to ask me that question.
I might change it up sometime.
I mean, you can try, but I'll still direct it back at you.
Who's losing? Security guards. You know what we didn't mention in Flash? The fact that Arrow, that the Felicity told Watson that they lost the silencer, which is the reason why Watson got transferred. And
they got her locked up. Yeah, they caught her. They caught
her
that nigga.
Kidnapped. Like,
yeah.
Renee was just like, I don't know if this is what I meant by, like, I wanted to get the band back together. And I was like, he was like, I don't think I meant this. And I was like, this is kidnapping.
Oh, are they gonna torture her?
I think so.
Cause like I kind of want to see them try to torture her. Like I want to see that happen.
I feel like Felicity would do that. I feel like Felicity would try to.
Oh, she's committed. Yeah, she's committed. She'd do it. She's
going down the rabbit hole real fast.
She don't give a fuck no more. So yeah, she might do it.
She's like, my son is away. My husband's in prison. I'm going head first down this hole.
And it's good that she called him her son. She's like, she's all in. Like, I didn't give birth to him, but that's my son, goddammit.
But who's losing? There's a lot of people losing. It's just kind of like, who's losing the most?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with...
My face feels funny.
How much have you drank?
Don't worry about that.
Okay. We also didn't mention about Lila being sneaky, but there's a lot more to that.
It really turned out to her being, I'm suspicious about some other shit that's going on. We don't know what it is. And
yeah, that's what I was like. It's nothing that they have divulged on yet, so
yeah,
that's that. I'm gonna go because see, I don't know if Oliver's situation is losing or not because he's still where he wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, but like, I'm kind of still going into how long is Oliver going to be in prison for? Because
we never got a number, so
because he stopped counting the days on his cells. One of my friends pointed out to me.
Did he?
Like yeah. Apparently, at some point, I think he scrabbled all over the wall because he was like, "Fuck this shit."
I don't remember seeing that, but okay.
Me neither. I just kind of took his word for it.
You sure he's not making that up?
I have no idea, but I know I missed small details.
I don't know him, therefore I don't trust him, so I'm gonna assume he's making it up. Yeah, I said it. What you gonna do about it? You gonna do something about it?
They stopped showing him count down the days, so we'll just go with that.
They stopped showing him wake up in the morning too, though.
Exactly. So, but because I'm just like, now Oliver is in level 2, which I'm now gonna call prison. Oh, Oliver wants prison now.
Listen.
Which makes me feel like, how much longer is this nigga gonna be in there for?
I hate the internet. All right?
Why?
Because it's got you doing that shit.
Oh, you want prison?
I love it and hate it at the same time. Anyway.
Cause so yeah, I don't want to say that Oliver's losing,
I'll
but I feel
say it. Iris is losing this week. She's fucking up.
here we go. Cause her whole relationship with Nora right now is in shambles, and she knows now that it's her fault.
Come to find out, it's her fault. I still think though, like there's like a legitimate reason for it. I want to believe that she actually really has a legitimate reason for doing it. We don't know it yet, so right now she's losing.
Okay.
What about winning though? Who's winning?
Diaz. We'll just go with that.
He is kind of winning right now, ain't he? All right, that's it. Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
All right, that's going to be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. As always, you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at Creation Magazine, CREATIA. If you don't know how to spell magazine, what the fuck? But it's MAGAZINE, Creation Magazine. Also, you can find me on both Twitter and Instagram at Sir_Cussalott. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
Instagram and Twitter at Mara the Shark, MARADASHARK.
And don't forget, if you're listening to this on podcast services, you can watch the video version on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation Magazine. Or
Facebook.com/group/Super Flashy Arrow Tomorrow.
Yeah, join the Facebook group. Have a discussion there. We like to have the discussions there.
You want to have more engagement there, so talk to us.
Yeah, get in there. Get all up in there. Get all up in that group.
Get in their guts.
It's a group thing. Yeah, we'll see you all next week, though. Until then, we out.
Bye.